The ever-evolving entertainment industry, rebranding isn't just a luxury, it's often a necessity for survival. Whilst many celebrities attempt to transform their public image failed, a few managed to do so successfully. So today we're going to examine celebrities who defied the odds, strategically pivoting their careers and public personas to reach new heights of success and cultural relevance. Rachel Keane, professionally known as Raye, represents one of the UK music industry's most remarkable rebranding success in recent years. Beginning her career as a teenage songwriter and featured vocalist on EDM tracks like By Your Side with Jonas Blue, Raye initially built her reputation as a reliable hitmaker within the confines of a major label system. On the Polydor Records, she recorded a string of commercially successful singles, and EPs that showcased her vocal talents, but often confined her to this dance pop formula designed for radio play and streaming success. But the turning point in Raye's career came in 2021 when she came on social media and publicly expressed frustration about being unable to release a debut album despite being signed to Polydor for 7 years. In a series of candid, posts, she revealed how the label had repeatedly shelved her album projects and restricted her artistic expression. This bold move to speak out against the industry constraints, resonated with fans but also fellow artists alike. Now, after parting ways with the record label, Raye embarked on this independent path that allowed her to show her full artistic range. And this is where the rebranding magic started to happen. It seems like because now she was free, Raye's rebranding was noteworthy because she transformed from being primarily known as dance pop vocalist to being recognized as this serious songwriter and musician with complete creative control. I remember listening to her song with Stormzy. I think it's called The Weekend. As soon as I heard her voice, I was like, who's this person? So I had to go back, to look into her a little bit. And I think she's done it really, really well. Now, there's a lesson in here for us to learn, which is rebranding sometimes requires you to take significant risk. Sometimes you may have to walk away from established commercial relationships. Sometimes you may have to walk away from collaborations. Sometimes you may even have to walk away from something that you're so used to, something that's innate to you, to be able to rebrand successfully. That is, if you want to get on to other audiences, if you want to stay on, if you want to do something forever and ever. And there's somebody else who has done this really, really well. Let's talk about Ice Cube. Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice. Now, before we explore Ice Cube's remarkable transformation, let's remember where he began. As a founding member of NWA in the 1980s. So this is a very, very long time. O'Shea Jackson crafted an image as one of hip-hop's most controversial and unapologetic voices. His solo debut, further cemented this. He seemed like he was a social commentator, but then he was also angry as well. He was addressing racism, police brutality, inner city struggles. But then it seemed like he pivoted from that. I wouldn't say he abandoned his roots, but it seemed like, imagine somebody commenting on politics, talking about racism and everything. But then a major pivot came in 1995 when he was a co-writer for the movie Friday. Damn! Which revealed, it's like a comedy. They're like, how did we go from this to being a comedian? Not a comedian, but, being a co-writer and producing a comedy show. And also he did the family-friendly films like Are We There Yet? So Ice Cube didn't abandon his roots. He expanded from them. That's what I would say. While he was building this family-friendly, movie career, he continued recording music and later founded the Big Three Basketball League.
Part of the Big Three, we got the cool factor, so it's just really about getting more people to buy into what we're doing.
He also produced the movie that I like so much, Straight Outta Compton, and he's done so well, but it seems like the rebranding is so good because originally you would have thought Ice Cube and family friendly and children and all of that wouldn't go all together, but it did. He just expanded from what he knew and then tried to touch on different audiences. And there's a lesson here to be learned, which is successful reinvention often means expansion rather than replacement. You're just adding new dimensions to your brand while honoring your origins. Now, somebody who's done that also really well, honoring their origins, is JT. I've talked about JT, I think 2 or 3 times now on this channel, so you know that I love JT. JT rose as part of City Girls along Young Miami. Their lyrics were raw. Every time I listen to City Girls, I'm always laughing because I feel like the image that I project and what I listen to are such a contradiction. I'm walking around, as this corporate girly, going to the office and I have City Girls on blast and everything. I'm always laughing to myself thinking, wow, people don't even know the things that I listen to. So JT's career faced a major obstacle when she served a prison sentence for credit card fraud from July 2018 to March 2020. And it was during this time that the City Girls took off. They were featured in Drake's In My Feelings, and then their hit single Act Up was all over the place. But JT was in prison whilst this was happening. Now, JT's successful rebranding after prison has been a masterclass in image transformation, especially her rebranding now that she's a solo artist. It seemed like she went from the city girl to the city Cinderella, like she calls herself now. She moved away, from I think her songs are still raunchy in a way, but now she's embarking into fashion. She's, identifying herself. It seems like she has her own visual identity now. It seems like JT is doing a really, really great job cementing herself. And the lesson here I will say is effective rebranding can transform your potential career obstacles into compelling chapters if you decide to evolve with it. She could have come back from prison and still start talking about that life or being about that life and not evolve from it, but she has done so as well. So there's resilience and there's growth in JT, and there's also resilience and growth in Tyler Perry.
What kind of sense it makes to burn up your own damn neighborhood?
So Tyler Perry's entertainment career began in the world of urban theater circuits, where he developed his signature character Madea. Madea is this tough elderly woman whom through her Perry, explores complex social issues with humor. Madea is in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I think that was the first time I myself, saw Madea. But despite his success, Perry faces significant criticism. And I myself have also, added to this criticism because I feel like some of his movies, it shows black women in a certain light. I'm like, is there a happy ending in this movie? Can we show, a woman being loved, and all of that? But it seems like that his niche, he knows the niche and everything, so he stays with that. But I'll say, let's talk about his rebranding. I feel like Tyler's rebranding journey transformed from a niche playwright and a filmmaker to a media mogul. In 2019, he opened the Tyler Perry Studios, And then it was the first major studio owned by an African American. And I feel like this bold move, this just single thing, repositioned Perry as a groundbreaking entrepreneur, creating opportunities for other Black creators. It was just that one single thing that shifted in his branding. It seemed like we stopped seeing Tyler Perry as, oh, just the guy who makes those movies with Madea in there, to this successful Black mogul entrepreneur. And there's a lesson to be learned from this, which is effective rebranding can turn criticism into opportunities if you just know the right move that you need to make. So these are some of the people that I wanted to talk about today. I'm sure you guys have other people that you feel have done this rebranding thing really well. Let me know in the comments who you have in mind, and let's discuss about it. Once again, thank you for watching, and thank you all to the commenters and the subscribers.